set and match, Otieno, 2 sets to love, 6-1, 6-4. Ready? Go, 1, 2. My name is Treasa Mutuku. I'm a tennis official, white badge. I'm a tennis coach, level 1. And I also play social tennis. I stopped playing competitive tennis. So my journey began when I was 3 years old at Loreto Convent Valley Road. That's when I started playing tennis. I was coached by Coach Washira, and then transited to Coach Joe, who the same coach who coached Angela Okutoi. You all know Angela Okutoi. So yeah, so that's when I started playing competitive tennis when I was 8 years old, and all the way to high school. And then after high school, I went to the path of being a coach. So immediately after high school, I became a coach. And then after being a coach, my life was wavy then, I think. And then nikatoka kwa tennis, nikaenda nikakuwa administrator to an NGO called Robinson Security in Nakuru. I did for 4 months and I felt I'm not in the right place. So I resigned and then came back to coaching, and then officiating peaked again. Well, I started officiating in 2012 after high school, but then I didn't start on the court per se. So I became the ball supervisor in AJC and ITF tournaments. From ball supervisor, I gained interest in officiating, and then that's when I started officiating mini tennis. Mini tennis is from 8 years to then was 12 years. And then from mini tennis to Kenya Open. Kenya Open, the qualifiers first. And then after that, the wheelchair tournament. That's when my first chair, sitting on the chair, was a wheelchair tournament in Kenya Open. That was 2012. So 2012, 2013, still officiating and coaching. 2014, the same. So now I came to become a white badge official in 2018, October 9th. So that's when Patrick, who's our holder and the person who began us in officiating, noticed that I have the potential of being a level 2 official. And then Nancy Nduku was the one who came to inform me on application of the level 2 school. So I went to the portal, applied, but being a Kenyan and naive, I nika-apply too and left it there. I didn't have any expectation of being selected by the way to the school, because then I'd never had an idea of someone can apply for a white badge school, or I knew officiating is all about the local tournaments and that's it. So yeah, come August, I was selected to go to the level 2 school. It wasn't an easy journey. For me, I had 0 cents, but I believed I'll go to Tunisia and do the school, and with God's help, pass. So my journey to Tunisia was rough. So I sat down and began to ask myself, Treasa, which is the best way of you raising money? So I discovered Mchanga. So I opened an Mchanga account and requested people to, it's like a mini Harambee, but an online Harambee. It was positive to me because even my Facebook friends walikuwa wananiuliza, where do we send the money? So I gave them the account. Hata ukienda Facebook yangu sahi, you'll see I made like a small card with all my details and the account and the Mchanga and when I'm going and when it will end, all that. And yeah, and then I had a friend who's working at KQ and requested if they can give me a ticket, a return ticket to pay in installments. By then ilikuwa the trust issues, you know, so it's someone's business and you're asking for a return ticket to pay in installment. So hayuko sure kama kupatia hiyo ticket ama juu ajui kama kazi yake itako online ama atakutrust, but God is all good. Nikapata ticket with an I paid 60,000. So I was supposed to pay in a 2 installment. Wherever the ticket was around 88,000 then. So I paid 60,000 na nikabaki na 20,000 ya kulipa accommodation in Tunisia for the 3 days that I went, and also the transport and the meals. So nikafika Tunisia. The first lesson start, we normally start with an exam. The first class, you start with an exam. So we did the exam. We weren't told what we got, but the lesson went on. So come Saturday, the exam, the practical exam day, that's when my voice sold me. So I was in, let's say, court 3 down there, but my observer or my tutor was sitting somewhere here at the cabro, and she could hear my voice from there. So that's what made me pass the exam, the practical exam, and also the courage. So come Sunday, now sitting for the theory exam, it was funny because we went to class first, revised a few minutes, then we were told to go out of the class for a photo session, but I felt a different feeling. I've never felt that kind of a feeling before. So what I could do to at least embrace the feeling was to cry. And I cried to God, telling him, God, you're the one who brought me here, and this will be my turning point. I'm a cake meant to, like, it's the finishing point of being put in the oven. So sijui kama hii cake itatoka kama imeungua ama itatoka kama imebondeka. Ni wewe tu God unajua hii story. I cried and then washed my face and went for the photo session. Then we came back to class. We were told to enter the exam room. I was the last one to enter. I remember I was walking slowly, and my tutors were just behind me. It's like they are pushing me, enter the classroom. Then I'm like, well, God, everyone here needs to pass. So you're the one who knows who's gonna pass or who's gonna fail, but I'm praying no one to fail. So I went in the classroom. I can attest I did the exam with God, because I was like, first question, in my mind I knew the pass mark was 84%. So that means you have to fail like 8 questions. So I was like, wow, I'm on the 6th one and I'm not sure whether it's correct. So God, come tusaidiane. So we did the exam with God, and then we came out of the classroom. Then people were, of course, hata KCP watu discuss maswali. So watu walikuwa discuss maswali, I'm like, shoot, I did not answer that thing that way. Then we were told to come after 1 hour for the results. And then after the 1 hour, I was like, now God, this is the time. This is either my turning point, or this is either I'm going back to where I was in life. So I went to my desk. Ulikuwa na bahasha kwa desk, a white one. So if your bahasha is flat, you failed. But if your bahasha has a kabam, you've passed, because the kabam is the badge. That was like, God, now this is time ya kusema ukweli. So I went to my desk, picked the bahasha. It was heavy. I just sat down because I passed. I just sat down and thanked him. And I remembered Marehemu Mike Githinji was one of our officials. He once told me, Treasa, never ever quit officiating. So those were the words that came to me. My officiating life wasn't easy, because I remember the first time I was starting, I was listed on the blacklist, and I'm like, hey, nimeingia kwa blacklist na hata safari haijaanza. So yeah, so that was my first mega success in officiating. Karen Country Club had a Karen Open in 2017. 2017 nika enter draw, then I played in the qualies. Nakumbuka qualies, your time I knew I wasn't supposed to play at the qualies. Then I cried on this here, hapa tu nyuma. Hapa ndo nilikuwa nalilia. Nikisema mbona nilie kwa qualies na nafaa kwa main draw. So I cried, went to play my qualies, and then I lost. Yes, I lost. I lost, and then after ilikuwa then unaweza kuwa official after ume lose the first round. So I decided, why not? Let me just be the chair umpire for wheelchair tennis. So I was given a match on court 7. Trust you me, Patrick could hear my voice in the office that I am in now. Come 2018, it's when I did the ITF level 2 officiating. I became the referee for the tournament, for the current open tournament. So for me that was glory, from a qualifier of the same event to a referee of the same event, and then to be employed at Current Country Club, the 2019 in February. So my officiating have given me path. And to the women outside there who feel like they have difficulties or barriers in achieving what they want to achieve, my friend, I'm a living proof, and don't give up. Hold on what you believe and push it. God is always there.